Going into the conclave, the last words that Pope Benedict spoke to the cardinals was speaking of unity. And then in the final mass before the conclave began, the former Secretary of State, Cardinal Sodano, also spoke about unity. So they clearly did show unity in the fact that they selected Cardinal Bergoglio so quickly. His choice of Francis and his reasoning behind it shows a great sort of recommitment to the poor and to the outcast. And
what I really like is that they picked a pope who is really representative of trying to bring a new age of humility and just like the people's pope. And he's his first speech was really about that, and that was kind of cool to see.
The reaction I see among students, staff, and even just parishioners around the neighborhood has been sort of an excitement that this seems like somebody they knew or a pastor they once had or something like that, that they feel that they could relate to him on a personal level.
This is a guy who gets it, who has walked the talk, who knows the heart of the people, who has not kind of ascended into a place where he doesn't understand the concerns that children might have, that families might have, that communities have.
I saw it more on Facebook, kind of in meme form, I guess, about the new pope, but not too much serious discussion about him.
And I think for a lot of Catholics on campus, the centrality of faith is based in like the cultures or the groups that we that we connect with, as opposed to having the papacy as the central unit of what we believe, what we hold all of our faiths in.
Perhaps the way in which he is inviting both observant Catholics, Christians of all stripes, and faithful people around the world to imagine faith is with an imagination to who made the sun and the moon and the stars, and who made the animals and the trees around us.
And I don't think there's like animosity between obviously the Catholic groups and Protestant groups on campus, but I do think that Catholicism has maintained this sort of this lack of kind of willingness to interact with other religions.
Any faith leader like Pope Francis has got to be thinking about interreligious conversations. How do you get people whose faith claims are so abiding and deep that they are making decisions that become, in fact, political decisions, life and death decisions. I think he will be a leader in those global conversations. There's a passage in the Gospels where Jesus says, "I have called you friends." I just have the feeling that this man is saying to the world, we are friends, and that he'll be looking for ways to make connections with people of so many different identities.